My name is Remi Gauthier, and these are my children, Nash and Remi. I'm the manager here at the White Mountain Community Garden, and we are here today looking for a place to plant milkweed seeds to provide a sanctuary for the monarch butterfly. Here at the garden, we plant a lot of pollinator-friendly plants which help our bee population, like the butterfly bush here behind me and the trumpet vine you can see. That's great for our pollinators here in the garden, which help our vegetables grow. But we don't have anything specifically for the monarch butterfly, which they need the milkweed because it is the only plant that they lay their eggs on and provides a home for them. So that's what we're looking for, a place to keep the milkweed plant safe.
The milkweed is the only plant where the monarch butterfly can lay its eggs, and we want to plant it in a place like this area here where we won't weed it out or mow it over.
We're working on growing milkweed here because it is becoming so scarce across the nation. There are over 200 variety of milkweed plants in North America, and some specific here to Arizona. So we're going to try to grow those. Because it is becoming so scarce, it's also knocking out the monarch butterfly population because, like we said, it's the only place it finds a home.
The monarch butterfly can lay 100 to 300 eggs a day, and it only lays one egg on each leaf. The first generation is born from February to March. It takes 4 days for the egg to hatch, and when it does, the caterpillar eats its way out of the egg and starts to eat the milkweed leaf.
At the end of 2 weeks, the caterpillar finds a place to spin its pupa and begin its chrysalis stage. This takes up to about 10 days.
This is when the caterpillar transforms into a butterfly. This is called metamorphosis.
The butterfly emerges looking for nectar from flowers. It goes from flower to flower and transfers pollen as it does so. This pollinates the flowers and the vegetables. But the butterfly only lasts for about 2 weeks, which is then the whole stage starts over again. This is the first generation.
The second generation is born in May and June. The third generation is born in September and October. And the fourth generation lives longer and travels farther to a winter home in California or Mexico. Milkweed is disappearing because of deforestation and heavy use of pesticides and herbicides. So we need to plant a lot around the garden and make a safe home for the monarch butterflies. Many people think that milkweed is a weed, so they pull it out, so monarch butterflies don't have many places to lay eggs.
I like the idea of putting the milkweed in the pollinator bed because we already have all of these other perennial plants growing, and the depth of the plant is a good accommodation for the depth of the milkweed roots. The best time to plant milkweed seeds is in the fall. It requires cold stratification to germinate, which means that it has to spend a season in the ground where it reaches a cold temperature, like winter, for it to encourage it to germinate in the spring. You can replicate that with your freezer at home and get it to germinate forcefully. So remember the time we germinated seeds where we put them on paper towels, wet paper towels?
Them,
right.
And then froze them.
Well, all we would have to do is put them straight in the freezer for a few days, and it would replicate that same season of time in the ground over winter. We came to the old fish hatchery trail in Pine Top to see if we could find milkweed, and there are a number of small plants. They're mixed in with Rocky Mountain irises. We missed the blossoms because they've already gone to seed. I'm not sure how many species of milkweed are native to our area, but we saw a lot. The milky substance in milkweed, which is where it gets its name, can be toxic. So we have to be real careful when we're dealing with it. Animals eating it can get sick, and we can get sick if we get it on our fingers. If we touch our eyes and mouth, it can be toxic to us. This is a deterrent for predators that want to eat it. So wild animals that live in an area where it grows naturally, like here, will know not to eat it. For things like cattle to eat, and they know not to eat the irises. So that might be another reason why the milkweed has grown in here along with it. It's the irises keep the things in here safe from being grazed upon. So that might be why it's grown in here relatively well. There's quite a few plants in this little patch of iris. One of the most important parts of starting our milkweed garden is training our garden volunteers to identify the milkweed plant so that they don't touch the plants, accidentally pulling them when they're doing their weeding, or getting the milkweed sap on their fingers, which, as we said, can be toxic.